Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Vader Tech. Today we're mostly just going to be focusing on our belt. When I first got this one, I was, excited. I just, did a quick review, showed you guys the difference between a 501st approvable belt up against a Ruby Supreme Edition. You can definitely see the differences with the belt boxes being bigger, the belt buckle being bigger, and the belt itself is thicker and wider. There's a lot of stuff. The only thing is, after I was done, I just pretty much put it away and didn't put it together or anything. So I figured, you know what, we'll do a video real quick on putting the belt together. Now, as far as Kenobi goes, it is undetermined whether there are red washers or not. Some scenes they look like there's red washers. There are other scenes where it looks like there's not red washers. So my conclusion is that when the CRL comes out, more than likely there will be an option to have either or. You can either have red washers or you don't have red washers. The good news is that these are removable. So at the moment, we're just going to go ahead and put it together as A New Hope / Kenobi question mark because, like I say, I don't know if there's red washers on Kenobi or not. And when it comes back, when it comes down to it, when the CRL comes out, if they say that there's no red washers, then I'll take it apart and take the red washers out. No big deal. All right. So anyway, we're just going to go ahead and start assembling this bad boy. And then we're also going to go ahead and make the hole for the belt to actually fit it to me now that I have mostly everything in. So real quick, I'm going to take a look at the belt, see how everything goes together, and I'll get back with you guys. All right, guys. So it takes a flathead screwdriver. You have 2 screws on each side of this plate, which actually I can show you over here on this other one. Right there, you have a screw there and a screw there. You just undo them, and then you'll get inside the case like this here. It takes 2, I believe, AA batteries, so we'll get to that. And then right here is where we'll start putting in our knobs. Okay, real quick, just kind of show you guys. It's pretty simple. You just undo this washer let me show you one of these. So you undo the back washer right here. You then put it through the front, and then the washer screws on to the back, giving it this look here. Okay, so we got to do that all the way through on both. All right, gentlemen, one side down. Battery is installed, so I'll show you guys here. There you go. All right, and now we're going to tackle the other side. And just a reminder from my last belt video, the red washer does come off just in case we run into the issue where the Kenobi, the CRL, sorry, tongue-tied. Just in case the CRL says that the red washer is not present on Kenobi, which I don't think it's going to say that because there's a lot of scenes in Kenobi where that red washer is there, and then there are other times where it's not there. So I think it's going to give an option to have either or. So you just take it off, really. I mean, it just slides on. Oh, I have to take that off. And then that just slides on like so. And then you put it through here, and it screws in. Right, this part here screws in here. Okay. Now, just like I say, if they say it don't, you just take that off, put it on, screw it on back here, and then technically it would look like that without your red washers. Another thing I wanted to touch base on, which I didn't do in the other box, is how well these batteries fit. They're nice and snug. I just like the way they designed this. and then it just goes back in there and wraps around this Velcro right here to keep it secure. Finished props, awesome job. All right, and there they are, completed. Sorry for the glue on my table there. It's just, you know, it's Christmas time, a bunch of projects going on, and we didn't clean the table. But anyway, now let's figure out where to put the adjustment hole over here on this side so that this thing fits me perfectly. All right, so I had to open this thing back up because this belt box had to be scooted in. As you can tell, it was way over here. We had to scoot it in to get, because the belt was really, really loose when I put it around me. So this needed to come in so this can wrap around me more to make it tighter. And then we'll be able to determine where to put a hole. Okay, so after I got it adjusted to me, I made a little mark right here as to where it's really, really tight. Okay, and then so I'm gonna have my neighbor next door, he's actually a leather worker. He's got a bunch of leather tools to punch belt holes and stuff like that. I'm gonna go over there and we're gonna punch a hole here and just a couple more down here to where I can adjust it as needed. When I ordered this belt from Phoenix Props, I told them I wanted it longer to have flexibility, to be able to maneuver it as far as thickness goes for the bodysuit, the cod piece, everything. Right now I'm putting this on just on top of my regular clothes with this marking as being the tightest. So I'm sure once I get the leather suit on and the cod piece, this is really gonna be tight. So like I say, I'm gonna make a couple more holes to kind of play with it to make it a little looser, a little tighter. So just your typical normal belt loops. So once that's done, we'll show you guys what it looks like. Okay guys, so kind of what I figured I probably needed to do is to just go ahead and get out most of the soft parts, put it on, and adjust the belt from there. Because after I started thinking about it, you know, the bodysuit's kind of thick, the the tunic / inner robe is thick. So really gonna have one shot on putting holes in this leather belt. So I'd rather put it on and get it right the first time. So this here is what I store it in. This is what most of the 501st members store their stuff in as well. For Vader, you're gonna need a big one like this one here. So basically you just, there you go. Everything is basically in here. So without further ado, let me grab a few things, throw it on, and see kind of where our belt's gonna sit there. Okay guys, and just like that, we have the holes. I didn't want to record over there at his house. I didn't want to be that weird guy, so I just kind of snapped pictures as we were doing it because I told him I wanted to kind of document it for my build, which he was fine with. I just didn't feel like recording him, you know. But anyway, basically, you know, we did our best to line up the punch size to the actual connector, I guess is what you call this. I don't know. To make sure that we had the right size hole. Made a couple inch apart all the way down. And yeah, came out great. One thing I will say though is before you decide where you're gonna make your holes, put on your soft parts, your undersuit, your cod piece, and your robe, and adjust your belt from that. Because the thickness of everything put on is different than just wrapping this around your waist without all that stuff on. So that's it, guys. Any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. I will do my best to answer them for you guys. And until then, we'll catch you guys on the next episode.